Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Michelle, and we're here to talk.
And laugh. Hello.
Hello. I am in no laughing mood today, though.
What's the matter?
Perimenopause strikes again.
Oh, no. I hate it so much. What happened?
Let's start from the beginning. It's so much. So
Rewind.
I wanted to ask you, because we talk, I think, just on a daily basis of like, HRT and like, how are we feeling today and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know that we've ever talked about whether or not this is what we thought it was going to be.
Oh, hell to the no. Nobody told us, Jack, no.
I mean, I think I was prepared for some symptoms. I think, right? We've been around when we were younger. We were around older women. They maybe didn't speak about it quite as freely as we do. But, I would see women like break out into a sweat.
Would you?
Oh, yeah.
I had like 85 aunts. I never saw that.
Oh, I saw that a lot.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I saw that a lot. And, they talk about the hot flash, right? You hear that. You never heard? So you weren't warned at all?
No, I knew there was something called the change.
Okay.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but the change.
Yeah.
Nothing. My mother said nothing.
Okay. Yeah, my mom didn't say anything. I mean, I think I just learned from either observation or just random things.
But you would watch like who? Who did you watch sweat?
So when I was working in corporate America, I worked at a law firm. And so many of the assistants to the attorneys, they would be like out in their cubicle, right? And I was always in a suit.
Right.
And there were always women of a certain age who would be literally like in a tank top. And I'd be like, wow, it's winter out.
And they're like out rolling around in the snow in their tank tops, basically. Yeah.
In and out of the office, tank tops only. But, not, this was a law firm. So it'd be like those silk, like sleeveless tops, right? Mm-hmm. And, and I would go, and I worked in IT, so I'd go and help them out or whatever. I'd be at their desk and they would just be like fanning themselves, right? And they would just be like, oh, you'll learn. You'll learn. Oh, you'll get there. I was like, oh God.
I don't wanna.
I mean, so
okay.
I heard about hot flashes. That was probably the first bit of knowledge I learned about perimenopause. I'm going to get hot flashes. But I don't think I really knew about much else other than your period is going to stop.
Right. Yeah.
But maybe that was it.
Yeah, I think that's all I learned too, was that it just stops one day.
Mm-hmm.
Like one day is like one day, not over 15 years. This cycle's going to f you up. I thought it was like, well, I didn't come on the 29th day or the 30th or well, I guess I'm done. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
And I just didn't know the details.
Right.
About anything that was going on or anything that was about to happen.
Yeah.
And from what I have now learned is that once you really do start seeing or experiencing the symptoms, you are like well into perimenopause.
It's where you're already past where you thought you were by a long shot.
By a long shot. I also didn't realize how varied the symptoms would be.
Seriously.
Not only within myself from day to day, but all of us, I think, our symptoms, because we talk about it freely. Thank God, the five of us, our friends.
Seriously.
We talk about it pretty freely. And I do think that it's presented itself very differently.
Every one of us has gone through something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think any of the two of us have been that. I mean, we'll each take like little pieces from each other, but none of the five of us have had the exact same experience.
Nope.
Yeah. And that's wild because so much of the other stuff we all go through together. Like, it's like, oh yeah, that. But it is weird how varied this part of the experience is. Yeah.
So what was like your first symptom? When were you like, oh, the change?
Hot flashes.
Okay.
I was at a Christmas party. I remember this really well. It was 5 years ago or something. I started very young, I think, going through this. I was standing there and all of a sudden I was like, is it really hot?
Okay.
Like it was, because it's so weird the first time. You're like,
yeah,
I was fine a second ago. What just happened? Like, what, and then I was like, no, like it literally was like that. But even before that, I'd been on the pill.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that masked it for a while. And then I went off the pill, and that's when this started to happen. And I remember too, I was working out with a trainer and I was trying to lose weight and just wasn't coming off. Like it was really weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to my doctor and I was like, I think I'm in I was 43.
Okay.
I was like, I think I'm in perimenopause. She was like, no, there's no way. I'm like, could you please take my blood?
Mm-hmm.
I think I am. And
so you were off the pill.
I was now off the pill.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, they're like, no. I'm like, don't say no to me. Take my blood.
Mm-hmm.
My last period was this date.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, I'm like, why do I have to yell at you for you to listen to me? And these were all women, by the way. I was really pissed. Anyway, they put me back on the pill and that helped.
Okay.
But yeah, that was it. I knew it. I was the weight not coming off when I knew I was doing things that have always worked in the past. I was like, okay, something's funky. And then the hot flashes kicked in. I'm like, nope. Mm-mm. But I think I was probably even a little bit earlier than that, like you were saying, but it was masked because I was on the pill.
Yeah. I mean, and there's, of course, a range, but they say things like when you start to actually feel these symptoms, like you've been in it for like 5 years.
Wow.
And it's just, it's really crazy. But I have been told that blood work can't really tell the doctor much because the hormonal levels are so all over the place. That's the other thing I didn't realize about perimenopause. I thought it was just this kind of slow decline of whatever that was. I didn't even know back then what it was. Estrogen, right? Estrogen. That there was just a slow decline of it. But it's not. Is that it's erratic.
Yeah. And
the progesterone is erratic.
Yes.
And so it's like everything's like a moving target.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm glad that they were able to work off of your blood work.
I think the only reason they were able to is because I knew when my last period was. So they knew where I should have been and I was not there. So I think they at least had that to be like, okay, something's way whacked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was your very first sign for you?
I mean, it's really hard looking back now because I'm like, was that it? Was that it? Maybe that was it.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it was actually this kind of really slow, like slide into depression.
Yes.
Yeah. I say that kind of with a question mark because I don't suffer from clinical depression. I want to make that very clear.
Right.
But I was really low for a very extended period of time, which is unlike me. And you really do start to feel like you're crazy.
You do.
For me, it was very mental. The brain fog was so real. And for a long time, I just thought, it's because we're on our phones all the time. We can look up information. That's why I'm not recalling things. But it was when I wouldn't be able to recall I mean, not even like an actor's name in a movie, right? When you're like, that guy, I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
It would be like my uncle's name.
Oh God.
And then you would recall it, but then you would question yourself.
Yes.
You're like, oh no, his name, and you're like, wait, is that his name? Like, like all of a sudden you're having this weird and you start to feel like you're crazy.
Yep.
That's when I was like, okay, something's going on. I'm not just being forgetful. I'm not just like, la, la, la. Like I'm starting to lose it. And I think that's when I was like, something is up. But when I actually went to seek help was when I couldn't sleep through the night.
Oh, that is
a mother.
So terrible.
Because I was blaming it on that too. I'm like,
right.
I'm exhausted. I haven't slept through the night in months. So now I can't think of anything. And then
it does all go together.
Yeah.
It all works against us, the whole freaking thing. But yeah. Oh, that's so interesting. Because I remember you really starting to talk about that and you clued me in and I had another friend who clued me in. They're like, get on HRT. And I was like, doesn't that give you breast cancer? Isn't that supposed to be bad? Because that's what I did know.
Yep.
Right. That we heard a lot growing up. And it turns out that entire study was debunked, which all of the women who suffered because of that, I'm so sorry.
All of our moms.
All of them. I remember my mom went on for a little bit, not even talking about menopause, didn't talk about menopause, but talked about how it made her feel better. Right. And then she was off it. And I'm like, well, it's not good for us. That's all I knew. But yeah, I remember too, in that same period where I started to get hot flashes, I'd gone to dinner with some women, right, who were a little bit older than me. And I was like, I am not sleeping through the night. And one of them just started laughing. She's like, oh, welcome to the dark side of the moon. I haven't slept through the night in 10 years.
Jesus.
And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, but it was like this hodgepodge of information coming in, right?
Yeah.
And you were, I think amongst the five of us, you were really the trailblazer. Like, you're like, getting on HRT, let's freaking go.
Yeah, because I was like, I am not dealing with, I mean, you mess with my sleep and I'm like, game is over.
I will come for you.
Game is over. I was like, I can deal with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But I can't deal with anything if my sleep is messed with. So as soon as that started happening, I was like, oh, no. And I even let that happen for a while because, you have a restless night one night.
Right.
And you think, okay, whatever. But when it was happening every single night.
It's so mean.
It's so mean because it's not even, it's so hard to describe because I would wake up, not just like, I have to wake up and go to the bathroom and I'm still kind of sleepy and I kind of toss and turn for a while. No. And it's not even waking up and I'm wide awake, although that did happen.
Right.
But I would wake up in a panic. I would be having like a panic attack.
Oh, Michele.
When I was waking up in the middle of the night. And that's when I was like, something is really, really wrong. Because you just feel, I'm like, I'm not a panicky person.
Right.
I'm like, this is so off. And I didn't even, and it's funny, whenever I mention it to a doctor, like, what's going on or whatever, and I would mention like, oh, my sleep. The first thing they would ask me is, oh, are you having hot flashes? Because I think apparently that's what wakes up women in the middle of the night.
Oh, that's totally what did it for me.
It's hot flashes. And it was never hot flashes for me.
It was panic.
It was panic.
Wow.
Pure panic.
Okay.
I would wait. And within 5-10 minutes, I don't even know what I was panicking about.
Really? Oh, wait. So you would just wake up in the panic.
Yeah.
And then it would just go, like you didn't marathon mind or anything? It would just stop and then.
It would just, I would calm myself down.
Right.
And I would be like, what was I even panicking about? Like,
oh my gosh.
But then I'd be wide awake and I was like, okay. Like here I am. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. You're making me think I might have actually been in perimenopause earlier than I realized, right? Because I remember waking up panicked in my early 40s. It's very similar. But then once I got off the pill, I would like hear the hot flash in my body before it happened. It was what I would get this like rush in my ears and that would wake me up. And then I'm like, oh crap, here it comes. And within 3 seconds, it was just like
hot as hell.
Hot as hell. I'm like, what? Why? I remember looking up once, I'm like, do you burn calories during a hot flash? Because I was like, there's got to be
any silver lining?
Any benefit here at all that my body just got this fucking hot this fast? Like there's got to be something.
It's like nuclear reactor.
It is wild.
Yeah.
And you can't explain it. And it's not like, oh, it's a little warm in here. It is like, get me in snow right now or I'm going to die hot. Like it's so awful.
It's really weird.
Awful.
I mean, I don't know, is this weird? But I've always run really hot, right? You know me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love winter.
I
don't need a coat. Like I'm fine. Like I'm good in the cold because I just run hot. I'm just
when you say that, I'm sorry, the reason I balked is like, do you say that because your temperature is actually higher than the rest of us, or you're just the cold doesn't bother you?
I don't think so. I think I'm just always kind of warm.
Okay.
You know, like I always need less clothing than the people around me generally. Generally, right? So I've always run hotter.
Okay.
Than most. But I never really got hot flashes. I can maybe count on one hand the amount of hot flashes I've gotten. But I think, this is my theory, I think it's because I was on the pill since I was like 24.
Wow.
Until the day I stopped and then I put my patch on.
So you just switched. Slip, flap, slip,
yep.
Snip, snap, snip, snap.
Yeah.
Okay. That's wild.
Yeah.
So you've always been on some kind of estrogen.
Yeah.
And that's probably why your hot flashes were, because I did not have hot flashes till I went off the pill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. God, you're lucky, because that is hell on earth. No pun intended.
I mean,
awful.
I remember getting, this is hysterical. I got one while I was driving to Costco.
Oh, no.
And you know how they have that freezer room? I walked straight back there.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And I had, it was the summertime, so I had like shorts and shorts. So I just stood there.
You're like, thank you.
Yeah. My husband was like,
Are you okay?
He's like shivering. He's like, are you okay? And I was like, I'll come meet you. I just stood there for like 5 minutes.
You're like putting blueberries on your neck. You're like, I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Just shopping for eggs.
Dude, because that room is cold, man.
It's cold.
That is a cold room. I've been in there and been like, I got to get out of here. Blue fingernails and all. Yeah. That's hilarious. You're like, excuse me.
Yeah.
I wish I'd thought of that when I was going through I would have freaking driven to Costco just to get in there.
I made that mental note. I was like, this is the place to be.
maybe PSA, go get your Costco membership and stand in the freezer. Yeah. Or better yet,
go on HRT.
Do what Michele taught us all to do, and that is go on HRT.
Yeah.
You know, I had another friend, but I also had a client I was working with who went on HRT while we were working. Like she was going through it. She's like, I can't think. I don't know what's going on. Like, I was like, okay, go to the doctor. Like that was a discussion we had.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not a doctor, but go to the doctor. And the doctor put her on. I started learning about, you know, the values of the different levels of estrogen you could get, right? Like 0.05, 0.1, whatever. So many. And then the progestin to sleep at night. And I was like, what is this magic? What are you talking about? She was like, Sarah, I'm sleeping through the night. I was like, give it to me right now. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it makes my hair turn green. Give it to me right now. And then she handed me a book called The New Menopause.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, so good.
Is that the one by Dr. Mary Claire?
I believe that's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's great. I follow her on Instagram.
Ooh, so good.
And I actually got to see her speak or hear her speak at NC. At it was like a menopause convention put on by Shailene Johnson.
Okay.
She's on YouTube. A friend of mine actually introduced me to her, and she talks, and I think maybe she's like 55, so she's a little bit older than we are.
Okay.
And she was like in the health industry, whatever. Anyway, she's talked about how toxic that was and all of that. So she now puts on, I'm trying to remember the name of this menopause convention. But anyway, it was here in Las Vegas last year. And so I was like, I really want to go. I want to hear what these experts, you know, have to say. And Dr. Mary Claire was one of them. She was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she talks about how broken the system is.
Yeah. They don't care about
just from the very beginning, not even just like when you start to ask about HRT, but just, you know, being in that field as a female, you know, from being a patient to the doctor, everything. So anyway, she was fantastic, but she's the one that explained how when you're in menopause, it's not just this decline of your hormones, but that it's this, your brain is trying to figure out what is going on because your levels, like one will go down. And so your brain will like compensate by pushing something up. So that's why everything is like spiking and dropping and like really, really erratic. Like you're basically like hormonally short circuiting.
Wow.
And this goes on for 5, 8 years.
15.
And that's the other thing I didn't realize, that it went on for so long.
It goes on for I thought it'd be like, day 31.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah.
Why? Years. But I remember, so my client goes on HRT.
Yeah.
You go to this menopause convention, which I remember, and I think it's hilarious that you can't remember the name of the menopause convention.
Typical.
See perimenopause here.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Anyway, you did that. She tells me about the book.
Yeah.
I will never forget. So I called my doctor, who was fantastic. Very happy. I switched doctors from the one who didn't believe, right? Okay. So I just did a message in the portal. You know, I'm like, hi, this is what I want. I'd love it if you give it to me. And I told her how much I wanted to be on based on the research and what helps your brain health and all the jazz. She's like, okay.
Done.
I was like, wait. Am I on candid camera? Like, what's happening here? But I had just had my mammogram or whatever. So she's like, yep, yeah. I went to her office, picked it up. She's like, I've got some for you here and I'll call in a prescription. I'm like, fan-freaking-tastic. I got to tell you, I put that freaking thing on my body.
The patch.
Yes. Within, I would say, an hour and a half. I was like, oh, my brain's back on.
Yeah.
It was shocking.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still a little bit like, did that really happen?
Yeah.
But I was stunned at how quickly I felt like myself again.
And the progesterone.
Oh, and then I slept through the night.
Yeah.
She's like, take this little pill before you go to sleep. I'm like, what?
Yep.
She's like, yep. I'm like, oh,
You're good.
okay.
Yeah.
I woke up like a new person. I could think I had slept through the night.
Yeah.
I didn't feel shitty. I wasn't as depressed. I'm like, how? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We really, as girls, women, whatever we are, we got to talk about this so much more than we do.
We do.
We really do, because it is not okay. And for us to be able to like put the patch on and take a pill before we go to bed and have our lives back.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
And my doctor told me, because I was like, why is this a patch? I'm like, can I take a pill? What's going on? And she said that studies have shown that the patch, I'm kind of like weary of these studies because of how much has been debunked. But anyway,
right.
Or I should say the oral version of estrogen has been proven to possibly cause more blood clots than the patch. So they just prefer to. She's like, I'll give you the pill if you want.
Right.
I'll prescribe to you the pill. But she's like, this is why we prescribe the patch, is that it's supposed to not cause as many blood clots. I don't know how to word it properly, but you get my drift.
Right. Well, that's interesting because I've heard something else. Let's talk about all the myths there are. Please. And that is that one of the other reasons the patch is more effective is it goes right into your bloodstream. And it doesn't have to go through your digestive system, which makes it more like the way it's naturally released into the body.
Well, maybe that's
part of it. Maybe that's why it doesn't have as many blood clots.
Yeah.
Oh, look at us being doctors. I love us. Everyone should be as smart as us.
We are smart. Not doctor. Go talk to your doctor.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? They're like, I listened to these two girls talk and they told me. The doctor's going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with everyone? We know nothing. We never teach you anything. We know nothing.
Go see your doctor.
Go see your doctor. Yeah. But I'm also really inspired by all of the companies we're seeing pop up to support women through this.
Oh, yeah.
That are circumventing the medical system. They're like, please don't go through that.
Yeah.
Because it just isn't, while it's a medical issue, it isn't treated like one.
Yeah.
So until it is, we're going to do that for you.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I find that so inspiring. I'm so impressed by people.
Yeah. No, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Are there any things that have popped up because of perimenopause that you were not prepared for, that you had no idea was part of it? Because I feel like if you look up perimenopausal symptoms,
that's not real. You're like, what is this textbook bullshit?
Yeah, like, just everything. I can blame everything. I can blame everything on perimenopause. Everything.
The current madness in the world, perimenopause. Yeah, the depression. I too went through that actually.
That was surprising, right?
It really surprised because I've had bouts during really tough times or anything like that. Like most people. But much like you, I don't suffer from chronic depression. But there were times, I think it was you and Laura were at my house and I just couldn't stop crying. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. I was like, what is happening? Mm-hmm. And that was the point. I was like, oh, I don't think this is normal.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm not, sure, I have emotions, but I don't usually sit in my house and cry. Like, that's not how I normally approach things. That shocked me.
Yeah.
And then to find out that that's just part of, people are like, oh, well, yeah, it's I'm like, what is with this shrugging of like, oh, well, don't worry about it. No, I am going to worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm not living my life like this.
Yeah.
But it was normal. Like, it's totally normal for women in their late 40s to get depressed. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why is it normal?
Yeah. It shouldn't be.
No. So that shocked me.
Yeah.
That was really surprising.
Yeah. And I feel like all the terms that's used, like brain fog.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it feels like low-grade dementia.
It does.
I'm like, and I can't even explain it, but not only do you become forgetful and, you kind of space out more often than not. I'll be like reading a text and just start spacing out. But like I said, like I started to question myself and I was not prepared for that. I wasn't prepared to feel like, I felt like I was gaslighting myself.
Oh.
I was like really losing it.
Wow. So can you give us an example? Like how did you gaslight yourself? Like what would a day-to-day example be of that?
I would be filling out a form and had to put my social security number down and I would forget it, which who forgets that nowadays? We have to put it everywhere, right? I mean, I could recite it now if I needed to. But in that moment I was like, I had to think about it. And then when I wrote it out correctly, I was like, that's not right.
Oh.
Is that right?
I see.
That doesn't look right.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of walked away, revisit, asked my husband. He's like, no, that's right. And I'd be like, is it?
Wow.
It just, things weren't making sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, wait, what do they want? This is my social security number, right? Like, it would be like,
wow.
Just like, okay. Like every time I needed to like, let me take a step back. Let me look at this with fresh eyes. I'd then question another aspect of it. It was very weird.
Wow. Okay.
Very weird. And I really started to feel like I was
You're like, I'm
losing it.
losing my freaking mind. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get what you mean by gaslighting. Got it. Okay. So I was like, what? Okay. Yeah. For me, I just couldn't think.
Yeah.
I mean, I write all day, every day, right? Even with AI, I actually still write. And I remember just staring at blank pages and being like, what do I do? Who am I? Did we have lunch?
Yep.
Yeah, it was more like that. I could not think. And that's what blew me away about putting that patch on, is how quickly I was like, oh, there I am.
Yeah.
I was like, no, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, it can't be that fast. It was that fast. It was that day. Yeah, it was wild.
Any other, I'm going to share a symptom with you that I was not prepared for.
Uh-oh.
And no one's going to want to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it.
I want to know. What is it?
I'm constipated.
No. Oh, Michele.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Is this going to go along with the fart story in the elevator from episode 3 or 4?
I wish that was my problem now.
Uh-oh.
So.
Oh, Michele. You're right. People don't talk about this enough.
No, because no one wants to talk about poopy stuff.
Poopies.
I mean, I don't want to sit here and talk about it, but I am.
But I'm gonna.
But I am, because I don't want anyone else out there dealing with this to feel crazy or feel like they're alone or feel like they can't talk about it.
Right.
But it is, I mean, I'm not in any physical pain. I know some people are like,
you are really in physical pain, right? But you don't have that at all. So you just know things, the clock isn't ticking as things, right? Okay. Right.
It's just asleep.
It has like put the do not disturb sign up. It's like,
it's asleep.
Fuck you, I'm resting.
Yeah.
I've been doing this my whole life. I'm done now.
Done.
Okay. So it's just stopped. It's not like, it's not like you are trying and you can't. It's more just like there's nothing, nothing.
I guess I'm not even trying because there's not even
a
tickle.
Not even a tickle.
Not even a tickle.
Got it. Nothing happening. Just
it literally feels like it's asleep.
The bakery is closed.
Never, I've never had this problem.
No, that is not a problem that Michele has.
No,
I can vouch for that. So, yeah, you're good in that area.
And so I want to say it's just been slowly getting worse and worse over like the past 2 years.
Oh, Michele.
Worse and worse. So I just went to the doctor and I was like,
fix this.
I was like, please tell me this is part of like perimenopause. And she was like, absolutely.
Oh my God, what else?
Exactly. I'm like,
what? Come on, man.
What, am I going to start like growing scales? What's happening?
I mean,
so she was like, I generally tell my patients to take magnesium citrate.
Okay.
Because there's different forms. Magnesium citrate. And she's like, and that helps.
Okay.
So, okay.
Right.
Sure. But so I read up on it a little bit more, and it's like you don't want to form a habit of it because apparently that your system can get lazy. And I'm like, mine already is.
You're like, it's already asleep.
It's already asleep.
Yeah.
But you don't want to get addicted, laxatives, anything like that. So I'm like, okay. So I take it for a couple days. I start eating prunes. I add chia seeds into my oatmeal. I mean, I think I get plenty of fiber. I have veggies every day.
Right.
Fruit. And then like, it's explosive for like 2 days.
Oh, Michele.
And then you're constipated again.
No.
So I'm either on or off.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's awful. And I don't know how to break this.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how to break this cycle because
that's not nice.
It's not nice. And I just
And
there's actually a tip that you shared with me because I know when you travel or when most people travel, right? Your schedule's all screwed up.
Yeah, I have it in my bag.
You have it in your travel bag, but it's the Smooth Move tea.
Love it.
You drink some at night. When you wake up, you go.
All done.
That is, I can't remember the name of it, but it is a naturally occurring stuff. It's like a leaf or something.
Yeah.
But you can still develop a habit. So you're not supposed to drink that tea for more than like 4 or 5 days in a row or whatever.
Right.
But I was drinking that. Again, it would be explosive for
honey.
like 2 days and then nothing.
What is happening?
I don't know. But I'm like,
can we get this handled?
I don't know how to, can I like charge, those paddles that they give like heart attack?
Ding, 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 ding,
do that to my intestines? Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Or I'm like, am I going to re-regulate when I'm out of perimenopause and postmenopause? is it going to get ladies out there? Anyone who's dealt with this?
We got to know. I don't know.
Does this re-regulate at some point? Like, what the F?
Crank it up like a Model T.
Because it is, I mean, I think it is something that women deal with.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have so much medication out there.
Right.
But, and I do know it's linked to your hormonal levels, because I do remember when I would get my period.
Yes. Well, I think we all know about that, right?
We all know one goes with the other.
Yes.
So I'm like, is my body just going to eventually regulate once, like, I'm not dealing with the spikes and everything that is just.
That's a good question.
What the?
We have a doctor weigh in, please. Doctor in the comments. Doctor in the comments. Calling doctors in the. I don't know. But you're right, because when we're younger, you get your period. We all know you just feel like you're leaking out of everything. But it's like not fun.
The period shits.
Well, okay, you can say it that way too.
Yeah,
that's why I love you. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what we called it.
Yeah, you just feel like every orifice. You're like, really? What's happening?
I'm just gonna stay on the toilet.
Yeah, just why? Why get up? There's no reason. So maybe it is linked to estrogen.
I mean, right? I think it is, and I think that's why. But I'm like,
help.
Yeah, like
help.
Because I don't want to become perimenopause brain. I don't want to become addicted to like laxatives. What's it? Dependent. I don't want to become dependent on laxatives. But if that's my only hope, okay, I'll start
do it.
popping
Don't care.
Those magnesium chewies I bought.
Oh,
those gummies every day if I have to.
That's
but I'm
so rude.
I'm just trying not to. But I'm like, I can't keep doing this. Like,
no
for a week and then
fire hose drought. Fire hose drought.
What's happening? Yeah. Oh my God. And I think I'm the only one in our girl group.
Yeah, you are.
I'm the only one dealing with this.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, I know. Poor Michelle. This is what I'm saying. Everybody's got a different thing.
Yeah, and you know what I was surprised at? Because this never. Which I'm surprised at is what I won't share her name, but one of our friends.
Yeah.
I think what broke her, got her to the doctor, was she was having hip pain.
That's right.
So her joints were killing her, where she couldn't even like stand anymore. And she's a fit person.
Yeah, she's a very fit person.
Very fit. No other health issues or whatever. And it was like it was like unbearable.
Yep.
For her. And, she's a mom, so she's dealt with the hip situation.
People have gone through her hips.
Yes. Yeah. And that was her. And I was like, wow. I'm like, I've never experienced any kind of weird hip stuff. Have you?
Yeah. I mean, no, I don't think so. I think my hip pain's probably just from running. I think all the years I ran, I don't think it's because of that. But yeah, it was surprising for her because this is a very fit human.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was weird.
Yeah. So I was surprised at that. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I think whatever, right? This is the cross we have to bear as women.
Right. It's
whatever,
fine.
blah,
it
blah,
is
blah.
what it is. But
it is what it is.
We should know about it.
Yeah.
We should know how to deal with it. There are answers for it. Why are they not being readily delivered to us? We have to do it like this.
Yeah.
It's like we're the witches they burned, right? Try this herb, it'll make you feel better. Witch.
Yeah.
It's like, but like we're like back to that where it's like, okay, no, we actually have to help each other out with shit because ain't nobody else coming.
Yeah.
But
I think the most surprising thing for me has been the inconsistency of it all. That I wake up every day and I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm like, is today going to be brain fog?
Yes.
Is today, I'm going to have explosive diarrhea?
Yes.
Is today, the day that I can't keep my eyes open?
Right.
Is today the day I'm going to have like a crazy hot flash and have to strip down to my skivvies? Like, I don't know. I never know what's going to happen. And I think that's the most, for me, that's the most frustrating.
Well, yeah, I haven't experienced that. At least not to that level. I did before I got on HRT, but since I've been on HRT, it's been, I remember because it was the day I filed for divorce, by the way. I dropped off my papers, filed for divorce, and then got that patch on me. I was like, this is the most like self-care day ever.
Oh my God.
I was like, wow, we are taking care of Walton over here. But that's why I remember the dates so well. But I mean, it's been 13 months. And since I've been on HRT, I've been consistent.
Yeah.
Thank God. But before that, roulette of life.
Yeah.
I did feel that way. But yeah, no, this has saved my life. There's no question it saved my life.
And you haven't changed your the dosage, right?
I haven't had to. No. What I do though, I find is I have to play with how often I change the patch.
Oh, okay.
I do it a little less frequently than prescribed because if I do it as prescribed, I have periods forever.
Oh, wow. Are you still menstruating?
It's been a while now, but
okay.
When I first went on HRT, I was like, oh, we're going to pull this back just a tad. And I find if I wait a day or I wait a day and a half before changing over, that doesn't happen.
Okay. And you're on the same, it's twice a week.
I think so. Yeah, that's right.
Two patches a week.
So I do it like every 5th day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I actually just upped my dosage.
Yeah.
So yeah, I upped my patch and in accordance, I had to up my progesterone.
Right.
Because I wasn't sleeping through the night again.
Damn it.
It was starting to become interrupted. And I was like, okay, this could be a one-off. And then when it was like happening like a couple, I was like, no. Nope.
Not doing it.
Yeah.
Not doing it.
I'm not waiting.
How has it been since you increased the dose?
Great. I think for 2 days after I increased it, I was kind of groggy.
Yeah, progesterone's no joke. You wake up, you're like, hello.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was late.
Yeah. So yeah, I've had like full night's rest and then had to like nap.
Wow.
So that happened for like 2 days, but now I feel.
You feel great?
Great is maybe an overstatement.
You're like, simmer down, Walton. Yeah. Simmer down. Yeah.
I don't know about great. No, but I feel at least stable.
Okay.
I'm sleeping through the night.
Good.
Yeah, and I do feel it is actually pretty amazing. That patch, you do feel like a fog kind of lifts.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Mine was not as fast as you, but it definitely, things all, you're like, oh. It feel like I almost want to do the dog shake.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
There I am.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. It's powerful stuff, man. Don't mess with us. I've always said, like when people would suffer from chronic depression or someone had something they had to take medicine for, right? It's like, dude, we are big bags of chemicals. And when they are not correctly aligned, boy, are we a mess.
Yeah.
And it's just, evolution or whatever, but we have got to have things be the way they're supposed to be or we don't function.
Yeah.
And that's
absolutely.
that's just, hi.
Yeah.
You got a body. Here are the rules. It's like, here's your manual that comes with this body.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a true story, but
yeah.
Thank God we have each other right through this.
I mean,
oh my goodness.
That has been more important than my relationship with my doctor. I mean, to be honest.
Seriously.
It is the talking to you guys.
Yes.
Every day. Every day we check in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys, when I change my dosage, how's that going for you?
Yep.
What's going on? How are you feeling today? Whatever. Are you still groggy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the absolute best.
It is. And I think but I also think it's how all of us are on it because we were talking.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I think that's the part.
Are we all on it?
No. There are 2 that are not.
Okay.
But yeah, we're on it because we spoke to each other. And now I have other friends who are on it now. So they're like, thank God you told me something. Oh my God. I'm like, yeah, you can try this one or you can try that one or read this book, educate yourself, do your own research, all that kind of stuff. But
and I have to say, I have because you were saying how I kind of introduced it to the group.
Yeah.
It's because of my YouTube friends.
Really?
So I've got 2 very close friends here in Vegas and we're basically around the same age. And we started talking about it. And I was like, wow, okay. Yeah. So and then I introduced it to you guys, I guess.
I love it. It's true. We got to talk.
Get the word out.
We got to talk to each other, people. We got to talk.
We get the word out, ladies. So please let us know down below in the comments. What are what are you dealing with? Share with the class if you feel.
Share with your friend.
Yeah, if you feel. Yeah. And even if you don't, I love to hear, because there's some women out there, they're like, I didn't, it was A-okay.
Yep.
We actually have a friend that was kind of like,
I didn't really notice.
Yeah, I didn't really feel any different.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear that too. I mean, there is, because that's normal too.
That's right.
That's a different kind of normal.
Yeah.
So please let us know down below in the comment section. And if you are watching us on YouTube, please subscribe down below. Give us a thumbs up.
Love it. Thumbs up. And for those of you just listening in, we hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please give us a rating, right? A 5-star would be fantastic. But give us a rating. Go ahead and write up a review, and that will help more people join our posse. And maybe we can save some more women from perimenopause symptoms. Yes, please.